Hey guys, I'm shooting this video today because I used to suffer severely from sciatica pain. And if you're like me, then you understand how agonizing it can be and how painful it can be. But the worst part for me was the fact that my mobility was limited so much. I couldn't run around with my kids, I couldn't exercise, and I couldn't even carry in shopping bags. Um, Thankfully, I came across a system from Glenn Johnson, and it's called Sciatica SOS. This program teaches you exactly what to do to rid yourself of sciatica pain. It Number one, it has a 100% money back guarantee. So right there, drew me in. And then it's completely safe and natural. It's based on a Napoli system that soothes your nerves and realigns everything in your body. We all know that sciatica is a nerve problem and it causes pain down your leg and in your lower back. This system gave me my life back because not only am I active with my kids again, that rids me of being so upset, I'm not in pain anymore. And I didn't have to rely on expensive treatments or medications. So I highly recommend Glenn Johnson's system, Sciatica SOS. And I put the information in the link below. And here's to your healing because I am back to my old self again.
Have you been diagnosed with sciatica? Are you suffering from any of the following physical or emotional symptoms? Do you suffer from agonizing pain and stiffness from your lower back down to your foot? Do you feel self-conscious about your lack of mobility and frustrated because your body constantly lets you down? Do you spend a lot of money on drugs and other treatments, but the symptoms just won't go away? Do you want to cure your sciatica once and for all, but don't really know which treatment is right for you due to excessive information? Here is my promise to you. After watching this short video, you will be in the position to make the decision to experience immediate relief from sciatica. You will cure your sciatica completely and permanently within 7 days. You will stop feeling self-conscious about your lack of mobility and fitness. You will feel the best ever. Save thousands of dollars in prescription medications, chiropractic adjustments, doctor visits, or weird massages and contraptions. Before we get to that, first I would like to let you know that I am a former chronic sciatic sufferer myself. Hi, my name's Glenn Johnson, and I've been where you are now. 44 years young, I was one of the early worms to be diagnosed with sciatica, a disease that affects between 2 to 40% of Americans. Do you or someone you know ever experience sharp shooting pains from the lower back on down to the feet? Nearly every family in the US has at least one family member affected by this dreadful illness. Sciatica is known by some as needles for the whole family due to its unfortunate widespread nature. I was diagnosed 3 years ago at 41, and ever since have depended on my lovely wife and young son to take me around. My sciatica was so severe that my legs would lock up in fits of excruciating pain. You can imagine the problems this could cause while driving. Even worse than the sharp shooting pain itself was the fact that I was placing a burden on my family. For crying out loud, I was 41 years young. I wanted to go outside and play catch with my boy without wondering if another fit of sharp pains would shoot up my legs and knock me on my back. I wanted to help my wife unload the groceries and take care of the heavy lifting, as a man should for his partner. Instead, I sat by and watched my wife Joanne do the man's work for me. We both knew that I was too high risk of setting off my oversensitized nerves, dropping everything and causing a mess while I lay helplessly and painfully on the floor. It was just dreadful all around. Sciatica is the most emasculating disease you can imagine. Thankfully, as with most problems in life, when one starts looking for a solution, answers can be found. Of course, like any American in the US, I went straight to the doctor for my health issue. Right away, the good doc prescribed some pain medications and told me to get in touch with a chiropractor for adjustments. I was using a cocktail of analgesics, muscle relaxants, and non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. They gave me some minor temporary relief and lots of stomach cramps and diarrhea. Great. At the chiropractor, often the pains flared up right during the session, and more often than not I'd walk out worse, not better. But I figured it was all worth it, in order to be able to experience the simple joys of life with my family again. 2 years in, my thoughts on the matter changed. I started to give up on the medication and the chiropractor's tortures, which were giving me no improvements. These therapy sessions were long on promises and frankly didn't fix my underlying sharp lower body pains. Lucky for me, my wife is close to a lovely Nepalese elderly woman who happens to have been a healer in her days. One day, my wife brought home her friend Shia to come see me. Shia had an interesting surprise for me tucked under her arm, a brown package which she opened to reveal a dark fluid glass wrapped under a large dark green leaf. Right away I knew we were having something special for tea time. "Try this," she said. It was indeed a concoction of some type, with a warm, soothing taste and an absolutely tranquilizing feel as it rolled down the back of my throat. I felt a sense of calm and relaxation run through my body from the first sip. 5 minutes later, and already my legs lost their horrible stiffness from the hours of fruitless chiropractic adjustments. Breathtakingly calm, if that makes any sense. It was the fastest path to deep flowing tranquillity that I'd ever experienced in my life. No longer did I fear the possibility of another shooting pain. Everything was calm for that very moment. Time stood still. The stars had aligned, and for that brief moment of bliss, my sciatica was not even a figment of reality. Suddenly I woke up, after a slight shake of the shoulders. Shia looked down at me smiling, and explained what I'd just taken. It was a 2,000-year-old remedy that her ancestors used to bring calm and cool to an overly energetic body. As she explained to me, it was my overly eager nervous system causing pains throughout my lower extremities, and the calming drink she gave me helped reverse those symptoms through its powerful relaxing agents. When I told Shia about the adjustments and medications I'd been using for the last 2 years, her normally